All right, start with the word scramble and how that went, or unscramble.
The word scramble was so messy. I had the letters, but I had no word at all. We waited 5 minutes. No one had a word except Connor had in like the first 10 seconds. So I think that one was just a bust.
Did you have any words at all?
I had like a 7-letter word, which I guess in a tiebreaker would work, but no, I had nothing. I was not close at all.
All right, so Connor wins, and then y'all go play OTEV out there, so you're given a riddle and you have to go find things. He gives Trinica the delay. How did you feel about that?
I was fine with giving it to Trinica. I feel like she's a competitor, so I feel like I would not have won that challenge anyways. So giving it to me would have been a waste. I only got far because I was lucky. The first card I pulled was the one that we needed. So I never had to run. I never had to like fight in the mud for anything. I was always just like there first on the rounds that I won. But once the competition kept on going on as like very little people, it did not work out for me.
Did you feel like at that point you needed to win, or?
Yes, I feel like after beating, after winning the challenge and sending in Josh, I feel like I've already cemented myself as a threat. I feel like everybody wanted to get me out. So I knew that I had to win anyways, but I didn't feel confident with that challenge.
All right, so Mackenzie wins that. How do you feel when Mackenzie is the winner?
I feel like Mackenzie winning was good for more balance. People were kind of keeping Mackenzie or I would say in present tense, Mackenzie winning was good for balance because I feel people want to keep Mackenzie and Taylor around because they're not winning challenges and they want to keep someone who's not winning challenges at the end. So showing that they're competitors and that they're actually here to play was very good. I know Mackenzie's going to throw me in because everyone's scared of me. So I feel like anybody would have thrown me in. The fact that it's Mackenzie, I'm just glad that the people who are not winning challenges are actually showing that they can win.
All right, so Mackenzie wins, and how did the strategy talk go? Did she tell you she was putting you up? Did she like...
Mackenzie immediately told Trinica, myself, and Connor, like, two of us are going in, gave us kind of the opportunity to throw somebody under the bus. But I said, like, I've targeted Trinica, I've made sure that she was the last one not on the couch, and like I put Connor in, so maybe it's better to keep me around because I would go after them as well. But I don't think it worked. I think she still wanted to get me and Trinica out. One of us is better than nothing. But I'm confident against Trinica. I feel like Trinica's a really good competitor, but has been saying I'm terrible at puzzles. So if I do a puzzle against them, I feel good about that.
Okay, so you get to pick, right? Because you had the most candy canes. So explain that logic too? Mm-hmm.
So I let Trinica block out one of them, and they had said they didn't want to do a puzzle, but there were 2 puzzles there, and I didn't want to do the black and white again. So it was down to the tiny veto and a fire puzzle. And I felt more confident going against Trinica with a puzzle, so I went with the last fire puzzle. The fire puzzle was just a basic survivor flame puzzle that has been seen a million times before. I've never done it myself. I'm glad Trinica's never done it because if you know that puzzle, it seems easy. Everyone's saying that they can do it in like 4 or 5 minutes. It took us like 20, 30 minutes to do that. We were up there for a while and you can hear each little piece go in. So I know like Trinica's right behind me. And I know that Trinica's making like some moves, but it was just very intense. I think trying to look over my shoulder, seeing where they're at, and then focusing on my puzzle, and I feel like I have nothing, was very stressful. But in the end, ended up winning, feeling great about that, but just knowing that I'm making myself more of a threat.
All right, how did you feel taking out Trinica?
I really like Trinica. Trinica's an amazing competitor. I am glad that I was the one that took them out, but I feel like Trinica could have gone further as someone who could be there as a shield for me. So taking Trinica out leaves me a little bit more vulnerable, but it's a give and take. I think Trinica getting out earlier is fine. I've been kind of messy with my strategy towards Trinica, both trying to work with them and also trying to get them out in some challenges. So I don't know if that was the best strategy, but now that Trinica's gone, I can start fresh.
Awesome. So going into the next round, who would you be looking to target?
I don't really have targets. I feel like everyone knows that I am good at these final 2 challenges or 1v1 challenges. Connor is amazing. He's just chaotic and crazy. So I feel like if I want to target someone, it would be him. But also he's someone who I feel like will flame out on his own. So I'm not like, I feel like I don't have to be the one to target him. And I'm now starting to go after the people who are just taking up ending spots like Mackenzie and Taylor.
All right, so we're going to the next round. The let's count, where you had to count the items. So talk about that a little.
I had counted before without writing anything down, but I just miscounted a few of them, and I should have memorized it better. That one definitely could have won. But going into the actual Jingle Bell Brawl, I didn't feel confident in that one at all. So even with the disadvantage given out to somebody, I don't feel like I would have won it. I was not the first out, which is really good, but I was the second out, and I didn't even get to the 2-ball round.
So talk a little bit about the way that y'all did the figuring out who got the disadvantage with Taylor.
So I kind of offered to Taylor, if you don't want to make a decision, because he said it was between Connor and I said if you don't want to make the decision, we can just do rock, paper, scissors. And I feel like Taylor's the type of person that didn't want to make waves making a big decision anyways. So he allowed us to do that. I beat Connor in rock, paper, scissors, and I didn't have to get the disadvantage. But Connor still won because he's amazing. And I feel like if I had the disadvantage, it wouldn't have done anything. So I feel like that was the best person to put the disadvantage on anyways, and it still didn't work.
Yeah, so Connor did win. Connor wins. Tell me how you're feeling.
I feel like Connor is not the best opportunity for me. He knows that he wants to take me out if I'm going to be a competitor against him. But I also feel like Connor is the type of person who I could convince to want to go against me in the end. Like, if you want a better victory, go against a person who has more candy canes. You don't want to make yourself the threat just by standing out. So there is some conversation that we can have. During our conversations, he did tell me it was 80% that he would throw me in, 20% that he wouldn't. And I was really banking on the 20%. I was kind of telling him, Mackenzie and Taylor have been working together this whole time. They've never touched the Santa's showdown. So I feel like it's their time. And they really don't want to make the decision for you. They're like very frustrated on having to make the decision at all of who should go in. So maybe they should go in instead.
Yeah, you came in here and said that, and there was like 3 prods standing there, and we heard it, and we all just giggled.
Because they were talking outside, like, he's making us choose. And I'm like, why would you put the decision on somebody else? Like, make the decision with your own chest. He wanted to send himself in, which would have been, I feel like, better. I think he would have probably wanted to take me out. But if he went against somebody else to, like, get further and just knock out somebody easy, I feel like that would have been fine as well. But yeah, he basically told me at the beginning I was going to go in.
Yeah, okay, so he picks you, he picks Mackenzie, and then you get to pick. So explain why you picked what you did.
So I offered Mackenzie the same thing. I offered, if you want to strike one of them, feel free. And she struck the puzzle. I didn't want to do black and white again, so it was down to Tiny Veto and a new puzzle. Or no, it was down to Tiny Veto and blind poker. And I've done blind poker before. I've not been good at it, but I feel like knowing it is helpful to know like what kind of bluffs work, what don't work. But this time, I think I was just screwed with the tiny cards very early, and Mackenzie got a 10 and fully caught my bluff, went in there, was folding everything else except for the 10, and just completely stole all the chips at the very beginning. I had no chance.
No, so how'd you feel when you lost that?
I feel great. I had a lot of fun. I feel like it was fun being the threat and feeling like, you know, I'm winning challenges. People want to go against me. They want to take me out. So that was a great opportunity to just really show that I can be a threat in also physical LRG games and not just like orgs. I feel great about the challenges and the effort that I put in.
Yeah. You want to show your parting gift?
Yeah.
Because it's cute.
So for the parting gift, I got a little chicken nugget. And it says Nug Life. And it's so cute. It has a little ranch on the top. This is adorable and definitely going on my Christmas tree at home.
It's great. It showed his butt.
Oh my god. Graphic.
All right, so final words, like just kind of like about your experience and stuff. Oh, and I like this question. What was your favorite game?
So overall, I think I had so much fun. It was an amazing time being out here. I really loved the production side of things. It was very smooth. Everything was great. All the challenges were very fun, but if I had to pick my favorite, it would be the match game. Just because starting off, I had no idea how to work it, and like figuring out going through each challenge, I was getting better and better at it. So knowing that I could improve on that one, if I had to do that again, I would be able to. I don't think I should have made myself a threat by doing the Survivor rope challenge or whatever right off the bat, because I think that put me on a downward spiral of everybody wanting to get me out. But everyone was trying it and not doing well. I was like, everyone's just trying to downplay their threat level. Like, come on, someone make a move. And I don't think I should have done that.
It's all right. You still were iconic.
They were doing it for a reason. I think I saw the reason.
All right. Well, thank you so much for playing and coming out here.
Thank
I know you were